Hello, friends. Season's greetings to all of you. And today I'm going to ask you a very interesting question. What is the difference between an evil entity or a ghost and a good consciousness? A ghost is an entity which has believed in separation, chaos, jealousy, greed, and anger until its death. And it continues to carry these imprints on its soul. These feelings bring it down to earth over and over again. Whereas a consciousness which transcends the feelings, all these ill feelings, becomes a light being and it becomes a good consciousness. So this is essentially the basic difference between what we used to call ghosts or an evil spirit and a good consciousness. I hope I made this clear. Welcome to the Mind Maverick Bosco. Today, again, we are going to look at the Seth material. Seth begins this chapter saying that it is aware of the personalities it has been in the past. Since consciousness communicates through telepathy, they cannot hide anything from one another. It says that human thoughts are also known to one another, but we think that our thoughts are hidden from the others. In the spirit world, thoughts are chosen with care and finesse. Through various lifetimes and existences, the power of thought is obvious to Seth and the others in its dimension. So their thought processes are spontaneously refined. They need not be worried about destructive thoughts because it doesn't occur to them. Seth and his companions have many friends because they are aware of all the relationships that they had had in their past incarnations. Seth is quick to add that the past, present, and future does not exist in their dimension. We don't need to hide our thoughts because we know that all consciousness are made to be cooperative and not competitive. We do not use our energy for conflict, but only for productive purposes. After expecting to disappear after death, but coming back to play another role, has made our existence more creative and playful. I would like to explain this because many of us think we vanish after death, but Seth has the experience of coming back to life over and over and having gone through so many existences. So it does not believe in death. So it takes every lifetime more playfully. Unlike humans, we take ours very seriously, according to Seth. Seth says that they challenge themselves to send messages to different places, and the pathways that they use can be used as signposts by others. Seth calls itself a traveling professor, and it has to gain complete knowledge of the workings of the minds of its students. Mostly the teaching that Seth does would be done without revealing itself to its students. The pupil would experience psychological and psychic events during this learning process. Seth's connection with Jane Roberts began much more before he started speaking through her consciousness. Jane was not aware of meeting Seth at any time, but since she was a poet, these learnings were sent to her as poetic inspirations. Seth reveals that he is not competent to work in all dimensions, and some are not familiar to him. Seth reiterates that space as we know it does not really exist and promises to speak about it later. It also says that humans are equipped with all knowledge even as they are born, but they choose to use it or don't. Seth asks us to consider our souls as a divinely inspired computer who programs his or her own existence and lifetimes. These personalities create unimaginable realities. Each personality is designed to operate in a specialized capacity in the context of the existence it needs to operate upon. But in the utmost recesses, Each personality has complete knowledge of the whole system. Seth says that the human environment is not real, as we have been given a limited scope but an intense range of experience. Seth says that there is no space between, or there's no gap between his dimension and ours that we think separates us. It says that reality is much more different than what science has taught us to be true. Seth says that the universe is specially designed for human perception, and this is actually a mental program, probably like a virtual game. But this does not mean that humans cannot travel to space, just like we use solid objects like tables, glasses, and others, though they do not have solid properties. In this context, I would like to tell you about my book, The Brimstone Fallacy, where I speak elaborately about the double slit experiment, which proves that our all everything that we think is solid is made up of 99.9% energy, my friends. So this is what Seth is talking about. So nothing is solid, and the we get the impression of something being solid because of condensation of energy. Seth says that religions do not have a comprehensive view of the soul. The soul can use its consciousness just as we use our eyes to see. Seth says that consciousness is an attribute of every soul. When Seth enters our dimension, it changes its focus into three-dimensional reality. Human beings are only aware of their waking state, but they also do works of utmost importance in the dream state, that is, in the astral realm. Humans are in a state to materialize physical matter from energy, but Seth does not need to do so. Seth says that physical reality is an illusion, but it is a necessary one for learning. It also does not mean that the earthly incarnation is unnecessary. Seth says that as every soul progresses, we create our own environments and they become extensions of ourselves. Only now our scientists are beginning to realize that mind can influence matter. Here, Seth says something interesting. Our physical bodies are not just coincidences. It is the physical body that it is a materialization of our thoughts, emotions, and interpretations. So we create our physical bodies through our thoughts and emotions. The inner self forms the body by transforming thoughts into a physical nature. The inner self sends its psychic energy to make a form, and it is our physical selves. Seth says that each one of us are like transformers, automatically transforming highly sophisticated electromagnetic units into physical objects. This is not known to us scientists yet. So I come to an end of this episode, my friends. If you like what I say, please comment, and you are free to ask your questions in the comment section and your own opinions. And if you have any doubts regarding the material I have to share, I've been sharing with you, you can ask me questions in the comment section. Please if you like my videos, please subscribe and share, and read my books, Goddess Our Backs, The Brimstone Fallacy, Highlights of A Course in Miracles, and Co-Create with Your Universe. Have a nice season and a Merry Christmas and a very happy 2026 to you. This is Rosalind Bosco, the Mind Maverick, signing off. Thank you.